I got the moves. I got the moves. I'm making moves. You gotta move. You gotta make the city move. Like, whoa. I make the city move. I got the move.
The deeper we get into the NBA season, the crazier it gets. The Phoenix Suns, who finished last in the Western Conference last year, just beat the only undefeated team left in the Philadelphia 76ers, improving their record to an unprecedented 5-2. The Phoenix Suns have been playing brilliant so far, but can they sustain it? Can they make a run at the playoffs? Or is this just a lucky start? I'll be going over that in today's video, as well as analysing the Phoenix team in general. If you're new here and enjoy the video, be sure to subscribe for more NBA content. But with that being said, let's talk about the Phoenix Suns.
Lucas.
The Phoenix Suns have had an amazing start to the 2019-20 NBA season, winning 5 of their first 7 games. The crazy thing is though, they could be 7-0 as they only lost by a single point in both of their losses. They've beaten playoff locks, such as the Clippers with Kawhi, and handed Philly their first loss. They destroyed the Sacramento Kings to begin the year, and have impressively beaten teams like Memphis and Golden State. And again, in their 2 games they lost, to Denver and Utah, both playoff locks arguably, it was only by a point, it couldn't be any closer. So how are they doing so well? What players are stepping up to get them off to this great start that no one expected? The first guy is Devin Booker. Though he minorly struggled in the opening couple of games, only averaging around 20 points and he was shooting pretty poorly, he's really taken off in recent times and has dominated as he's now averaging 26 points per game with a recent 40-point performance to knock off the 76ers. He's also averaging 5 assists per game and is shooting extremely efficiently, 53% from the field and 50% from 3, as well as over 90% from the free throw line. He's off to a great start. About a year ago, Booker said he's sick of missing the playoffs, and this season he's finally set out to make them for the first time in his career. Another guy who's been impressive and is making a huge impact on Phoenix is Aron Baynes. After Deandre Ayton was found guilty of using an illicit substance, Aron Baynes needed to step up and replace him, and so far he's done just that. He's averaging 15 points, 6 rebounds and 3 assists, shooting 58% from the field and 48% from 3, a great achievement for a guy his height. Centers really shouldn't shoot as well as he does, but he's a laser from range so far this season. The crazy thing is, Baynes is now a candidate for the most improved player right now, and he's 34 years old. It's insane. Last season, he only averaged 6 points a game, but in the absence of Ayton, Baynes has stepped up big time and his averages have skyrocketed. Baynes is helping the Suns a ton. They would not be in this position without him, I guarantee it. The final guy I want to talk about is Rubio. Rubio hasn't been putting up ridiculous numbers so far, but he's been an extremely solid contributor. He dropped a good 21 versus the 76ers, and so far this season, he's averaged around 12 points and 8 assists. Again, it's nothing out there, but his impact is doing something on this team, and I feel like it's getting a bit underrated. And those are really all the players I want to talk about. Don't get me wrong here, almost every one of the Suns players has been playing phenomenally so far. This isn't a 3-person team, everyone's been chipping in a bit. Those 3 guys have just impressed me the most so far. And before we move on, I want to talk about the new coach of the Phoenix Suns, Monty Williams, because I feel like he deserves a lot of the credit here. Ever since he was appointed as head coach of Phoenix, something has changed. Their offense seems a lot better, their defense seems better, they aren't just giving it to Booker and letting him do his thing anymore. This group of guys has become a cohesive unit now, and you gotta give a lot of props to Monty for that. Also, last season the Suns were the 2nd worst team in the NBA defensively, 29th out of 30. So far this season, they are 6th. That doesn't happen when you sign Rubio and Baynes. That comes from coaching. So again, Williams has turned this organization around and made Phoenix a winning team, and he needs a lot more respect for it. So those are the guys making it work for Phoenix so far, in my opinion. But as the title reads, is this team a playoff contender? Can they make the playoffs? Right now, I'm going to say maybe. I do think it's possible for the Suns to make the playoffs, but it will be tough. The Western Conference is loaded, and for them to make it, teams like the Warriors and Spurs will need to drop out, and they'll need to stay competitive all season long. Right now, they are playing brilliantly, there's no denying it, but it is an 82-game season, and hot starts can cool down. It happened with Memphis last season when they were 10-5 to start, but fell down to get the second overall pick in the draft. But as of right now, I'm saying at best, the Suns are a 7th seed. That is as optimistic as I'll get with this. When it's all said and done though, I think they'll probably most likely be around the 8 to 10 seed, which is still extremely remarkable considering they could barely win 20 games a couple seasons ago. So yeah, a finish around the 8 to 10 seed is the most realistic outcome to me for the Phoenix Suns this season after looking at their incredibly hot start. So overall, I think it's very possible the Phoenix Suns sneak into the playoffs, but I do not expect them to finish high up the standings. I still see teams like the Clippers, Lakers, Jazz, Blazers and Rockets, etc. as much better than them, regardless of what the results have been saying as of recent. But hey, give credit where credit's due. After a pretty shocking off-season, this Phoenix team has surprised a lot of people. Monty Williams, Devin Booker, and Aron Baynes and co. deserve a lot of respect for how well they've played, and this team should not be slept on any further. They are legitimizing themselves as true playoff contenders and could even make it once the regular season is all said and done. But that will conclude the video. What do you guys think of this? How good are the Phoenix Suns to you? Do you think they are a playoff team just yet? Or do you think it's a fluky start? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop it a like and subscribe. But with that being said, I am out. Peace.